Hi guys, welcome back to Benmore CrossFit at home for what should be our last ever, touch wood, our last ever at home workout. Because this is Tuesday, this will go out to you on Wednesday, and then we want to give you guys a break for Thursday, and you can come in and hit it hard on Friday. So let's have a look at it. We've got a cracker, absolute cracker. It's Nancy, so one of the benchmark girls. It's 5 rounds for time, 400 meter run, 15 overhead squats. Now it's light and fast. So the weight, RX weight for the guys is 43 kgs and for the girls is 30 kgs. And if you're working with limited equipment, again, it's still a 400 meter run, and you're probably going to do single arm overhead squats. And we'll demo those in a moment. Just in terms of the weight, yep, it's quite light. So that gives you an indication as to how you should hit this workout, and you should hit it hard and fast. So the purpose of this workout is to test a little bit of endurance with, test endurance with a little bit of weightlifting skill involved as well. So it's light and fast. So you hit your 400 meters as fast as you can, and you come back in again and you do your 15 overhead squats unbroken. If you can't do it unbroken, you've gone too heavy. So no struggling through with singles and your overhead squats in this one. This is absolutely flat out. In terms of time for this, you probably should be looking to hit this between 10 and 15 minutes. If you're doing longer than that, you've probably gone too heavy on the squats. Or you just decide to go for a mile run every time. Okay, warm up. 400 meter run. 400 meters, really easy to mark out. If you live in a street, 50 meters between lampposts. Mark out 4 lampposts and run back again. So 200 meters out, 200 meters back. And then come in for 10 squats and 5 pass-throughs. So hopefully, you guys shouldn't even need me to demo this, but I'm going to for the sake of consistency. So 10 squats, air squats, feet just outside hip width, or hip width to shoulder width, big proud chest, big fat tummy, arms up, sit down in the toilet, keep your chest up. Okay. Followed by 5 pass-through. Pass-through looks like this. Key point, of course, as always, no change. Keep your legs straight throughout the whole movement. So 10 squats, 5 pass-throughs, 3 times round. We're going to spend a bit of time opening up our shoulders and opening up our hips and ankles. The hardest thing about an overhead squat is getting the bar or the weight into the right position overhead. So we need to make sure we warm up our lats, warm up our thoracic spine. That's why our shoulder pipe routine is so good. So, for the last time team, last time on video, because we're going to do this every day in class anyway, you take our pipe, push it out in front of us as far as you can, make sure your arms are completely straight, make sure you've got a nice flat back, because I've got my right hand, push the pipe over to the left. I want you to hold that for a good 30 seconds, and then switch hands. Again, make sure you're actively pushing, not, oh, I've got a really good stretch. Make sure you're pushing out as far as you can, and push over to the right hand side because you've got your left hand on top. Doesn't matter what order you do it in, of course. Make sure you hold it for a good 30 seconds and really make sure your elbows are locked out the whole time. Then we're going for our pipe pass-throughs. Take the pipe, looks like this, 10 of these, followed by 10 around the whirls, and 10 around the whirls the other way. Locked elbows, fixed grip. Keep the pipe, you'll need it for in a minute. And let's think about our hip and ankle openers. Grab a weight, sit down into your squat, and noodle round. Just find the spots that feel weird. Change your foot position. My toes are slightly pointed in this time. You want to go wide. slightly inappropriate when I do this, I appreciate it. Okay. Noodle around here and just move into the areas that feel stiff. From here, we're going to do our usual hip opener, ankle opener. Take our toes and our knee, make sure there's a line, fist width in between, take your weight, pop on your knee, and just push that knee out over the top of your toes. You're going to hold this for a good 30 seconds at least. Make sure your heel doesn't come off the ground. Really push through, get a nice stretch. And same with the other side. It's nice to do this post-workout. We've just done our workout. Sarah's looking rather tired. Sarah absolutely beasted it in her workout. We did this workout whenever we were in Bahrain. Sarah took 4 minutes off her previous time. 4 minutes.
How did you?
Not taking away from the fact that you absolutely beasted it done.
I'm feeling it now.
All right. So, from here, we're going to get into our overhead squat. Overhead squats, points of performance are exactly the same as any other squat. So things we're looking for a big proud chest, making sure that our ankles are planted on the ground, making sure our heels are planted on the ground, and we're making sure that our knees track over our toes. Okay. Becomes slightly complicated because we have something over our head. Now, in terms of position, ideally we want our elbows pointing up the whole time. Where's the weight? The weight is centered over my heels, my midfoot, between my midfoot and my heels. And I make sure I am pushing through the bar. So I want to push up like this, like push, breaking the bar in half. And I sit down in the squat. I need to go a little bit wider in that one. Okay. So I want you to practice just with your pipe or your brush handle or whatever it is you're using to warm up. I want you to practice at least one set of 10. Really thinking about pushing through the bar, but not making sure your shoulders don't come up to your ears. Okay, so you're trying to screw your armpits forward and push up through the bar. Okay. With a bit of weight, I'm going to do it with Sarah's very nice Olympic bar. This is the best bar we have in the gym.
Hands off.
Okay, so really think about elbow positions. So arms are like this. Armpits are screwed round. Big broad chest. Okay. Now I have a tendency to allow my elbows to roll in, and that's just mobility on my part. So we're going to get Sarah to demo it. Sarah has great mobility, and she can really get into perfect shapes. So, before Sarah demos that, this will be 2 sets of 10, empty bar, and then you will add up, and we're going to get Sarah to also demo an overhead squat with a kettlebell.
Am I doing both?
Yeah, go on.
Should I take my jumper off?
No, you don't have to. It's all right. It's the coldest, not the coldest, but it's one of the colder days since we started working out. It's got chilly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so can you, Sarah, before you start, could you try and rotate your elbows inwards, like into bad position. Yeah. Do you see the difference? I got a good position. Yeah. So much better than mine. And squat. Nice. See, there's no movement in Sarah's elbows and shoulders position. Really good. Perfect. Sarah has textbook overhead squat position. Nice. Perfect. And relax. Don't get me wrong, team. If your elbow's rolling a little bit, it's fine. You just find you won't be able to have as much stability. You won't be able to lift as much weight. So really think about your elbows. It's something that I constantly have to think about whenever I'm overhead squatting. Bizarrely, I find it a little bit easier with more weight. The more weight I have, the more I have to push against, I find. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot.
There is a sweet spot. So for those of you who are working with the bar, now's your opportunity to, once you've done your 2 sets of 10, add on some weight, build up in a few sets, and you can get ready to rock and roll. Now, if you're working with an odd object, or kettlebell or dumbbell, Sarah's going to show you what a really good overhead squat looks like. Now, if you have two and you want to do it with 2 kettlebells, by all means, but my assumption is that most people have one. So, Sarah's going to punch the weight up. Elbow is in the same position as it was whenever we were demoing the barbell version, and she's just going to squat as normal. Really good. Really nice positioning. Sarah, when you stand up this next time, could you stand? Could you just straighten up your feet a little bit? Right, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Squat like a boss. And relax. So, double guard smashes it, as always. So, if you are working with a bar, I want you to do 2 by 10, empty, and then build up. And then with an object, I want you to do, your object you're probably not going to be able to build up. So you do your 2 by 10, and then get ready to go. Now, in terms of building up, you should get to a stage where, say, you can do 15 overhead squats unbroken. Now, what happens, John, if I've only got a kettlebell and I can't do any more than 5, well, you can't reduce that weight, so that's fine. But if you have the option, and you find that, yes, you can do 5 overhead squats, 40 kg, 43 kgs, but actually, any more than 5 and you're broken, and you have to then put the bar down and reset. No, that's not what we're looking for today. We're looking for 15. Really good technique, really smooth, bang, 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 and out for your run again. Of course, as I say, if you don't have the option because you've only got a fixed weight, well, that's a different thing, but ideally, that's what you're looking for. Okay. I don't think there's much else. This is just a 3, 2, 1, go. Mm-hmm. My tip is when you come in from your run, so 2 tips. 1, attack the run as fast as you can. Recognizing you're going to have to do this 5 times, recognizing you're going to run 2K. So therefore, when I say as fast as you can, like in your first run, if you sprint your 400 meters and turn into Linford Christie, chances are round 2, not so much, and then round 3 you're going to be dead. So when I say hit it hard, do hit it hard, but remember you're going to have to do it 5 times round. But go out with purpose. When you come back in again, before you get to your bar, you get to your weight, tell yourself you're going to pick this thing up in 1 movement and you're going to do it 15 times, and you're not going to put it back down again. Have that mental chat with yourself just before you come back in from your run, and attack the barbell, and then strip back out again for your run. That's the way that's what I did, and that's how I would encourage you to attack it. Sarah, pearls of wisdom from behind the camera.
So the run was the hardest bit for me. It's definitely my weaker of the 2. So the run became hard quite quickly, but for me it was just like keeping a steady pace at it, so that when I came in I was ready to get on with the squats, and the squats I could do pretty quickly. So it was just more of a sort of frame of mind thing with the running, I think, for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Do the whole thing with purpose.
Yeah. And just keep plugging away.
Yeah. Smooth. This is smooth is fast.
Yeah.
Type fast is smooth, or whatever
Yeah.
the phrase is.
It's finding, I mean, it's not easy, but it's finding that sort of balance between going hard, but not so hard that you have to have lots of breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's just counterproductive.
Yeah.
And Sarah and I both shaved off about 4 minutes from the last time that we both did it.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we might have done, and it was the first time we ever did dancing. Maybe we might have just gone flat out.
Yeah, it was super hot.
It wasn't Bahrain, it
when we
was
did
like
it.
40,
Yeah.
at least 45 degrees.
That might have had something to do with it too, but
nevertheless,
I'm taking it.
I'm taking it too. I'm taking the win. Okay, guys, that's it. We are done. Signing off for the last time, unless coronavirus comes back and bites us in the ass. But for now, it's been fun, and we'll see you at the gym. See you later.
Bye.